Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. And happy Christmas Eve for those of you that celebrate Christmas. And for those of you that don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Let's just celebrate every day. How's that sound? Let's celebrate life. That's a good thing. So tonight, I'm bringing to you a little bit of English wonderfulness. I had to find the right words because we all know that Terry LaChance has brought wonderful music to me to bring to this show. And Chris and I had met online, like on Facebook, because that's where everybody meets everybody, quite a while ago. And I kind of put him in the mix of other musicians, and that's what it was. And then Terry said, you really need to listen to this guy. So I did. And then it wasn't long after that he had a little altercation on Facebook, and I was like, I'm going to go to bat for him and beat somebody up or something. I didn't really beat anybody up, and I didn't actually chase down the person that we had the little discussion about, but it made me open up to him and his, shall we say, sensitive side. And then it was like 2 nights later, and we were at a soiree out at La Luna. It was its closing night, and we got to meet. And I was enchanted by his straightforwardness, his loveliness, his sensitive side, and his intellect. He's brilliant, and we're going to talk about some of that brilliance today. He does a lot of different things, and we'll put them all out there for you to check out. But first, I want you to check out what he does with music, because it's absolutely incredible. I'd like you to welcome into your heart and into your home, Christopher Abbott.
Got a candle on the mantle and a fire burning strong. Strawberry jam on thick white toast, all burned at the edges. There's an old broken window, slates are off the roof, yeah. The trains are all blocked up now. This place that we once knew, battered and lost, but not forgotten, not forgotten. These winter winds blow cold as ice, cut you right through to the bone. But there was old stone brick work shattered and gone, turned to dust and not forgotten. Ooh, not forgotten. 1,600 miles of coastline, mottled and grey, rocks and great white horses crashing high into the bay. Rusty railings, broken pipes, windows all but gone, and sodden bits of broken wood that once had shape that we would know, now ripped from the earth, not forgotten, not forgotten. Focus on his task. He has to work on through the day, fixing broken trains and crumbled walls. This old place we used to know, rescued from dust and not forgotten. Song was called Not Forgotten. And this next song is called The House. The carpet, the curtains, the bathroom door. Oh, the locks don't work. We might as well have the keys outside. Oh, it's a dark, awful place. Come around and see. Take a ride. Nobody wants to come around here. Nobody wants to come around here. Never the time, lemon and lime. Say that you're mine, 'cause I'm yours, you know. Here we are now. The windows are broken and so's the floor. Oh, there's only one plate, one knife, one spoon, and the girl next door. Yeah, she's pretty, she's cute. I bet she can shoot from the hip, you know. I'll take her downstairs to the cellar and watch her perform the show. Nobody wants to come around here. Nobody wants to come around here. Never the time, lemon and lime. Say that you're mine, 'cause I'm yours, you know. girl next door. But the show, the glow, the warmth from your presence, I need more. Oh, and the house and the mouse that's chewing the plaster wrapped round my toe. It hurts and this place is driving me mad, don't you know? Oh, oh, yeah. Nobody wants to come around here. Nobody wants to come around here. Ever the time, lemon and dime, say that you're mine. 'Cause I'm yours, you know. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll give you a winter song. Winter is closing and there's snow in the air. Coal fires are burning, smoke dancing off rooftops, and the rain and the sleet washes everything clean. Those dark early mornings cutting me to the bone. Now those tangled emotions, they play havoc with work. Oh, hassle and pressure troubles the world. No one really cares about the troubles you have. Just stamp in and out for cash in your hand. My friends would tell me it's all part of life, and it all just takes time. It all takes time, but as most of them know, I'm changing my plans to be over the sea at the edge of the world with the person I love. Now with lawyers and officials, paperwork and money, this seems to be all I'm working on right now. But I keep up the fight, oh, I push through the pain. They're out of my reach, too far to touch. I know it takes time, I know it takes time, but I'll be with them always, come rain and come shine, at the edge of the world. Here I'll be with you always, come rain and come shine, at the edge of the sea, at the edge of the world, come rain and come shine. Okay, this is a song I wrote for my dad, who passed away in 2018. Walking down by the ocean, watching all the ships come in, they're all drifting. Water laps around me as I'm kicking off my shoes, leaving them behind. There's no one here around me, nothing to remind me about the things I should have thought about. Standing in the water, waiting for you, but I'm drifting through. I look at the horizon, my eyes begin to blur, thinking you're so far from me. Wish that I could see you and hold you in my arms, but you're far from me. And all the things that I have done are nothing but lost shadows, shadows of time. So I'm standing in the water, waiting for you. I gotta get myself together again, I gotta see this through. I'm starting out on journey's end, and all the time I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you. Through the eyes of my mind and in the clarity of memory, I'm there with you. I can see your face, the softness of your skin, your eyes that glow. I walk along the shore, my shoes upon my shoulders, and I'm thinking of you, thinking of you. Thinking of you, thinking of you. Walking down by the ocean, watching all the ships come in, they're all drifting, and I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I'm thinking of you. Thank you very much. Okay. This next song is called Old Soldiers, and it was written for my grandfather. Into grey eyes that look so old. He never talks about the things he's seen. Lights on his face so deep and cold, a road map of things he's been through. Mud and debris, shrapnel and pain. He lies up that he knows the score. Frightened and cold in the flashes of gunfire, fighting for the freedom that he once knew. Old soldiers and heroes, they come and they go, scarred on the inside, take their places on monuments. Oh, tangled wood all twisted and broken. He sees redemption ahead in the fight. He pushes forward, but not for a medal. He wants to start to save his soul, crossing into places he's never seen. He's tired of the things that make him cry, hungry for life, hungry to live, fighting for the freedom that we once knew. Old soldiers and heroes, they come and they go, scarred on the inside, take their places on monuments. Oh, gods in bronze and stone. Look into grey eyes that look so old. He never talks about the things he's seen. Lines on his face so deep and cold, a road map of things he's been through.
Whew. That's a song.
My grandfather told me one time, when I asked him about the Second World War, he said, the war, oh yeah, I drove through that once. And then many, many years later, I found out that he was a Royal Artillery frontline driver. And he drove to all the front lines with all of the senior officers. So
Wow.
he actually did drive through the war.
I guess.
But that was all he would ever say. So I wrote that song in memory of him.
It's amazing.
Okay, let's see. I spent a lot of years working in London when I lived in the UK. And my journey to work was always about an hour to 2 hours on a train.
Right.
So I spent a lot of time on trains.
I
So
like
I wrote
trains.
a song about a train. Dozing in this empty carriage and it rocks me all the way. I see so many places going by me on my way. I see shifting views of endless fields, broken structures, broken dreams, and fields of yellow, green and red through the window of my train. I'm on my way home to you. I'm on my way home to you. I catch a glimpse of my reflection and the trees and fields of green. It seems to me the windows are crying, but I know that's just the rain. And high on the horizon I see chimneys that barely move. They're feeding into clouds above as the rain creeps down my window. I'm on my way home to you. 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 I see a church up ahead with a spire that reaches heaven. I see so many places on my journey home to you. And as the rain now gently stops, the sun reflects off crystal drops. Makes me smile to know that I'm coming home. I'm coming home to you. I'm on my way 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 home.
Woohoo! Nice.
Thank you. It's my little journey on a train.
They're a good thing, journeys on trains.
Okay.
That song went live, and Miss Terry tuned in. She says, "You sound wonderful."
I love Terry.
We all do. She's an amazing human.
She is. Only time will tell.
Is that the song?
That's the name of the next song.
Nice.
Sun rises in the east, where the siren sang. It sets in the west, where our love began. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. It takes a little time for us to find our way. Our histories unwind and welcome every day. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. The path of a wise man is a long and open road, and the beauty of a stranger helps share a heavy load. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell who's right or wrong. Only time will tell who's weak and who's strong. It took a little time to open up and dance. We lay down side by side. Now nothing's left to chance. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. They're ringing out the bell. Only time will tell. Thank you. Okay. I bought quite a large selection, so.
That's a wonderful thing.
All right. This song is a song about a place I visited in New Jersey called Seaside Heights. And it was not long after the big hurricane, the Sandy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hurricane Sandy.
I wrote this about that place. There's a place down in New Jersey where its beauty is akin to the dreams and desires of avarice, of princes and of kings, where friends are more like family with nothing in between, in a town of majestic desire. This town called Seaside High. Seaside High. When you find yourself in trouble, or you're bewildered and bemused, you can always draw upon the names of people just like you. They smile and take your hand, and they lead you to their heart in a town of majestic desire. A town called Seaside High. Seaside High. And even after Sandy, when the music got into, people lost their precious things. Mother Nature was so cruel. A friend becomes your lifeline as they huddle in the doom in a town of majestic desire. In a town called Seaside High, yeah. Seaside High. In the comings and the goings and the tradings back and forth, in the carnage of a seaside town that's floating further north, the names are left behind and they smile and slowly smoke in a town of the heart and resolve. In this town called Seaside High. Ooh, Seaside High. There's a place down in New Jersey where its beauty is akin to the dreams and desires of avarice, of princes and of kings, where friends are more like family with nothing in between, in a town of majestic desire. This town called Seaside High.
So you want to do one more song and then come talk to me?
Absolutely.
That'd be wonderful.
This is a song called Hopes and Dreams.
All right.
This is for my husband. You're all my hopes and dreams, you're all my favorite things. Well, I'm sitting here beneath the clouds, I'm watching for the break of day. The shifting scenes above me almost mirror what I come to know. With a ray of hope of breaking through, my blues begins to clear away. Now I see you in the distance and I know you're not that far from me. Come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Well, it's hard to keep perspective when our mind is full of useless fears, and the turmoil of the weather shifting patterns are all shade of grey. But the light above can warm you in so many ways you can't discern. And now we're trusting in the circumstance that often keeps us far away. Oh, come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Yeah, come out of my dreams and let us fly away. made you think about some words I said, unraveling before you like so many open threads. Now you know what's coming like an axe through a wood pile. Same old shit that keeps on going down. But maybe it'll all work out this time. You're all my hopes and dreams. You're all my favorite things. Come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Oh, come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Yeah, come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Oh, come out of my dreams and let us fly away. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, Chris is getting his guitar put down and miking up. You know, the next time that I see you live, or semi-live, it will be New Year's Eve. And wow, 2023 is upon us, and we're still kind of dealing with COVID. They're not mandating masks yet, but, you know, maybe we need to be a little bit more careful who we sneeze on. I don't know. Guys, be safe out there. Wash your hands. Stay out of crowded places without covering yourself up. Don't breathe on each other. And stay safe. You know, COVID's gone on way too long. Just my opinion, but I'm done. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but happy end of the year. I hope you have a great week. And we're going to talk to Chris now because he's got all kinds of exciting things to tell us about. Hi, Chris. Welcome to Grandma's Attic.
Thank you so much.
So, first of all, let me just tell you that not only is Chris a very talented singer-songwriter, he also writes books. You see this? All right. So, I've shown them the book, this book, but you have many. Where can people find your work?
Well, they can find me by just putting my name in Google, and it will list everything, predominantly at Amazon, but they can go to Barnes & Noble. They can go to any store and ask for a book by Christopher D. Abbott.
Christopher D. Abbott. Make sure you do that D in the middle.
Otherwise you won't get what you expect. There's a actor, quite a famous actor, Christopher Abbott, out there, and of course I get messages for him a lot.
Do you?
Yes, I wonder if he gets messages for me, but I certainly get them for him.
That's kind of.
And I always say, I'm terribly sorry.
Right?
I'm terribly sorry. I'm not who you think I am, but here's the link to my books in case you're interested in.
Here's the link to my books. Now, I know that you've written a bunch of books. A lot of them are about Sherlock Holmes.
Yep.
But tell me a little bit about your body of work.
I have quite an eclectic collection. I started off actually writing mystery stories, but I created my own characters, my own story, my own world.
Yep.
And that's called the Dies series. My first book published was Sir Lawrence Dies, and I couldn't think of a title, and so I thought, well, I'll just tell everybody that the guy dies, and then they can work it out from there.
They can figure it out.
And I never expected to be asked what the book's about, but I do get that a lot. And I say, it's in the title. And so when I wrote that did really well, and I won an award for it, the only award for that particular genre of books, but it was Reader's Favourite Bronze Award winner, and I'm told that there were a number of people in the category. And my debut book won the award. So I wrote a selection of horror, fantasy.
Horror books?
I've written horror.
I don't see you projecting any kind of horror. There's nothing horror that emits from you. It must be deep in the dark recesses of your mind.
The most critical piece of writing I ever did
horror-based writing was really deep in 2020 when we were all in lockdown.
Right.
My husband-to-be at the time was stuck in Minnesota and I was stuck in Connecticut, and everything was just miserable at that time, and I just channeled that into my writing. And then what I would do is I would write late at night, so till about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I listen to music when I write, just instrumental music.
What
Specific.
kind of, like neoclassical?
No,
or
it's specific
jazz?
to the actual genre. So like I have Egyptian-themed music for when I'm writing my Egyptian-based fantasy stories.
Okay.
When I'm writing my Sherlock Holmes stories, I have the Granada television theme music for the TV show that Jeremy Brett was in, because that's who I, base my Sherlock Holmes on.
Yep.
And this particular story, I just went online and I found there's a website where you can get samples of music, and if you like them, you can buy the pieces. And there was 1,000 samples, and I just looked for sort of spooky horror music. So I made a playlist of these things. I had the worst nightmares you can imagine.
Oh, I bet.
This creepy music, it's playing all the time while I'm typing. But the story came out brilliantly because of it, so
nice.
I was very happy.
Nice.
But yeah, my body of work is essentially a predominantly mystery, fantasy, and then crime that's not related to Sherlock Holmes.
And Sherlock Holmes. You've written several Sherlock Holmes books.
I've written 11 Sherlock Holmes
Wow.
books. Actually, the 11th book will publish in January.
Nice.
So, no.
I know. I saw on Facebook when you finished this one, and I was like, yes, because you were struggling with this last one. You were
Yes.
like, I need to get it done. I'm not done. So congratulations on finishing your 11th Sherlock Holmes books.
Yep.
That's awesome and incredible. Now, let's get into some questions that are a little deeper.
Sure.
What came first? Writing stories or writing songs?
Absolutely writing songs.
Really?
Yes. I wrote my first songs before I ever wrote any stories. I mean, I was always trying to write stories. I am dyslexic, and I don't care who knows, and I struggle with that every single day. And the more tired I get, the worse that it gets.
The worse the dyslexia gets. Yep,
And
that's
so
a
I
thing.
do struggle with it. I have always struggled with it. And when I was at school, it was never really properly identified till much later. And by that time, of course, I was just playing the fool, the clown, the class clown, because I couldn't learn at the pace the other children were learning, and I struggled. So in later life, of course, I have found mechanisms to deal with that.
Right.
And one of the things I did was I wanted to write a book. It didn't matter if it did well or not. I wanted to write one. I wanted to see if I could write one. But I knew that I would need help to check it, because I couldn't spell properly. I used the wrong words, and so on and so on. And over the years, of course, I've got a lot better at that. But you have to, one of the things that's really important to me was, someone said to me one time was, hey, the story's important, the rest can be fixed later by editors,
that
by
is.
blah, blah, blah. So if you can write a good story, someone can fix all of the grammar and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. Like, don't make that your, and that's my advice to any prospective writers out there who may have a disability in that regard. The story is the critical thing. Songwriting was fun because I had this idea that I wanted to write songs, but I am a huge Mark Knopfler Dire Straits fan, and I wanted to be able to play the guitar like him. And I spent years trying, and now I realize I will never be able to play the guitar like Mark Knopfler, so now I play it like me, and I'm happy.
We like the way you play.
But
a lot of people, by the way, like the way that you play.
Oh, thank you.
You've become a name to be reckoned with in the music tribe that we've all become connected with. And
I've played a lot of people. I mean, I play with Terry. I've been on 3 of her albums.
Right.
And Rob DeSorbo, I've played on his album.
Yep.
And then they've both been here on your show.
They have.
I've played with
several times.
Bonnie Jacobson, who's been on your show.
Oh, Bonnie. I love Bonnie.
I've played with, there's a gentleman called Stephen Prout that I've just finished recording with. He's got an album, and I've just finished doing some recording.
And when's he coming on my show?
I'm not sure, but I'll find out
You
for
should
you.
tell him.
He's got a very good eclectic Irish sound, and
Right.
it's really nice. I play in 2 bands. I play in Gary Torello's band as his guitarist, and I play in the Abbott band, which is my band.
Gee, I wonder if that's your band. That's awesome.
But I play with a selection of musicians who also play with other people. So we do cross-pollinate in different bands. I've played with Old Dog New Trick, Bruce Thorndike,
Yep.
Don Giroux.
Who've also been on my show.
Right. So Frank Natter and I play, and Frank's well known in the area too.
Yes,
so I
he
mean,
is.
I guess I've made myself versatile because I'm quite easy to fit in. You know, most people like what I do. I'm very melodic. I like melody-based stuff. I don't tear it up when I play lead guitar. So I fit in with people who do, because they can do their thing and I can do mine in the background.
Right.
So. But no, in answer to your question, music. I wrote music first. I wrote songs first, and then the developing songs into stories came later.
Do you remember when you wrote your first song?
Yes, I do. I was probably about 15.
Okay.
Because what happened was I learnt or picked up the guitar when I was about 13 years old. No, 12 years old. I wanted to play guitar. My dad played guitar. He played very well. I wanted to play guitar. There was a rule that I couldn't have a guitar that plugged into anything until I learned how to tune it. That was a rule.
I like that.
And my dad,
that's a great rule.
And he gave me a set of pitch pipes to learn to ear.
So, of course.
And I play by ear now. Like,
right.
I credit him with giving me that because I can hear all the notes and sounds. I don't necessarily know what they are, but I can
so
hear
you
them.
don't have any classical training, but you have pitch training. Now,
Yep.
I believe that that's important. When people come on and tune their guitar by ear, I'm impressed.
I
It's
like that.
impressive.
I like doing that. I don't like doing that if I'm recording though, because because the machine is far more precise than I am. So I like it to be totally, but for being able to, yep. I like to be able to do it. And I can hear when a string is out, so you know when it's how to put it in.
I can hear that too.
Right.
Right. It's one of the things that I can't play anything. I learned piano, I learned trombone, I learned accordion, and I learned voice, and I learned dance. Can't do any of them well. I can play the radio though.
There you go.
And I know the difference between good music and music that people won't listen to. If it's got good order, good tonality, good pitch, somebody's gonna like it.
Yes, that's right. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Fact. So I don't look to see if it's my genre of music.
Right.
I'm too eclectic for that anyway. But if it has those three things, somebody's going to like it, and I'll have them on my show.
Lovely.
It's a bottom line. So you're writing songs. Now you're writing stories. Did you write stories as you went through? Did you go to college?
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, I did all of that when in the 90s. When I was, none of that. It was a kind of. It obviously gives you a grounding foundation and so on, but for me, most of my stuff came much later because I published my first book in 2013.
Wow.
So
that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
For the amount of work that you've done, that's not that long to be writing all those books.
Right, and I was always tinkering in the late 2000s. I moved to the United States in 2010, and there was a period of time when I moved here that I couldn't work because of transition between visas and so on. And so I had a time where I had to just sit around doing nothing. And I thought, well, there's that book. I've always wanted to finish it. I'll do that. And so that's what I did. And in that period of time, and that's how I kind of worked on that story writing. But yeah, 2013 was my first published book, and my last published book will be, just in a few weeks' time.
I'm so excited about that. How does your husband feel about what you do for work?
My husband has been great because I spent a long time being very underconfident about what I did and not being sure about where my path. I talked a good talk about wanting to do it, but never really put my foot forward and made it happen. And when Jeffrey came along and we talked about this, and I said, and he asked me what's my life's goals, what's my dream, and I said my dream is to write full time, and he said, then why don't you do it? And so I said, well. Because I just don't, I'm not confident enough to do it. And he basically kept me alive for a year to see if it would work, and it did.
Isn't that amazing? I have an amazing wife that has supported me while I'm getting my master's degree.
Right.
Because she believes in where my goal is, and she knows that I can do it. I don't know that I can do it, but I'm working really hard to try. So I agree with you. If you have the right partner to support you, you can do anything.
I agree, yeah.
I really would like you to come to my radio show.
Sure.
And bring your guitar.
Absolutely.
And your original songs.
Yep.
And your books.
Sure.
Not, I mean, I don't mean physically bring your books, but let's bring them to the radio audience and tell the world about you and what you do.
Do a little reading for you if you would like.
That would be awesome. But at this point, what happens all the time, especially when I have a guest that has so much to talk about, we run out of time. So would I get you to take us out with a song?
Sure, I would love to.
So I hope that you'll do that. Remember, everybody, Christopher D. Abbott. You can find him under Christopher D. Google him. He's got a whole plethora of books, fantasy, horror, Sherlock Holmes. And just check it out because he's wonderful. He does wonderful music. He does wonderful writings. Great Christmas presents, by the way. Check that out. And I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching Grandma's Attic Music Review. Have a great week. And happy holidays. Bye-bye.
In fields of glory from town to town, here comes the circus, here comes the crowd. We love the sounds, we love the smells, entertainment we love so well. Young and old and in between, we love the circus, we love the dream. Take us back to days gone past, lest we forget the spell they cast. They ride them bareback, they ride them hard, through rings of fire their battle scarred. Don't take no prisoners on those bars, no safety net, no union card. Young and old and in between, we love the circus, we love the dream. Take us back to days gone past, lest we forget the spell they cast. Walk the highway without a pole, laugh at the clown, the forward roll. Their muscles ache, their muscles pound. Don't sack the juggler if one hits the ground. Young and old and in between, we love the circus, we love the dream. Take us back to days gone past, lest we forget the spell they cast. Thank you very much. That was called The Circus.